Yo, what's up, everybody? This your boy back at y'all with another one, man. Let's get right down to business. So, this was a topic I wanted to talk about for the last couple of days. And, I really can't get this thing out of my head about Jim Clyburn. Jim Clyburn wanted to bring everybody together and sing. That's his whole way of dispelling all the recent events that's taken place. He wants to bring everybody together and sing. Now, this article is from ABC News. I'm going to read this out, and then we're going to make it do what it do. Right? So, in an act of healing, Representative James Clyburn calls for making Black National Anthem a national hymn. So, Lift Every Voice and Sing, a civil rights hymn that speaks to the faith and resilience of African Americans, was sung for the first time in 1900 at the height of segregation and lynching. A century later, Representative James Clyburn is introducing a bill in Congress to make it official national hymn alongside the national anthem. Lift Every Voice and Sing has come to be known as the Black National Anthem. Meanwhile, the Star Spangled Banner has been widely criticized in recent years because it contains lyrics that glorify slavery. To make it a national hymn, I think, I think he's a fucking whole jackass for this. But nevertheless, let's keep on going. To make it a national hymn, he thinks would be an act of bringing the country together. It would say to people, you aren't singing a separate national anthem. You aren't singing the country's national anthem, the South Carolina Democrat told USA Today. The gesture itself would be an act of healing. Everybody can identify with that song. Now, Clyburn is the House Democratic whip and is the highest-ranking Black lawmaker in Congress. He's considered this effort for years, but decided to revisit it amid intense divisions in the U.S. and the rise of a modern civil rights movement. Now, Ryland Rabaka, the author of Civil Rights Music, the soundtracks of civil rights movement, said, Lift Every Voice and Sing reflects the tragedies of the African-American experience, but also the triumphs, and this juxtaposition gives it the staying power it has to this day. Now, the hymn was originally a poem written in 1899 by James Weldon Johnson, an African-American activist and writer. Now, according to the Library of Congress, this poem was set to music in 1900 by Johnson and his brother, John Rosamond Johnson, and first performed at a Lincoln birthday assembly at Stanton School, a segregated Black high school in Jacksonville, Florida. Now, Weldon Johnson later became executive secretary of the National Association for Advancement of Colored People, or we know today as the NAACP, right, in 1909. But a lot of you Bammers out there that call yourself being woke talk about, oh man, we don't call colored people here in the United States, man. We don't say colored people here. But what the fuck does the NAACP stand for? Huh? Tell me. Now, Weldon Johnson later became an executive. We talked about that. There was an outspoken voice in the civil rights movement and the fight against lynching and segregation. In 1920, he was honored by his colleagues who declared Let Every Voice to Sing as the Negro National Anthem per the Library of Congress. Now, Rabaka, a professor of African American Studies at the University of Colorado in Boulder, said that the hymn is symbolic of the new Negro movement, a term popularized during the Harlem Renaissance when a new generation of African Americans began to rise and speak out. Now, this so-called new Negro is going to be representing the first generation of African Americans to come in the age of African American society that are not in bondage. So they sort of come into the 20th century with this new optimism that they're going to be able to really have access to American democracy. All right, I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to stop right there, right? So Jim Clyburn, right? Now, instead of you offering a bill on the House floor for reparations. Instead, you want to put a bill on the floor for a fucking song. A song. Let me understand something, right? There's all these issues that's going on in the black community. If you go to some of these neighborhoods, and you can tell that a lot of these politicians don't even tour the neighborhoods that they're representing, right? But you want to put a bill on the floor of the House of Representatives. I mean, everything that's going on for a fucking song. A song. Not a bill that where, black people can benefit, that only benefits black people, right? Like, reparations, maybe, just maybe, blacks that, live in, impoverished communities, they can have access to, healthcare that's just as quality, if not better, right? Something like that. You want to put a fucking song on the House floor. Now, all you bug-eyed, boogaloo, buck-dancing, butt-broken sellouts, where the fuck are y'all at calling this shit out? See, I ain't one to talk. I ain't just talking. I proved to you I called this Bama out. I'm gonna prove it to you. I'm gonna prove it to you. Now notice, this Bama ain't had enough heart. Maybe he was too busy, right? Maybe he had so much going on his schedule, whatever like that, he didn't respond back to me. Maybe, just maybe, his iPad was stolen from him, and maybe there's some sort of retina scan or some kind of biometric he got to use to get back in the iPad so you can respond back to me, right? He wants to heal, and this is the question I asked him. While we're on the subject of healing, reparations will heal the financial burden of a lot of black folks. Singing some song ain't gonna heal nothing. So let me ask you something. This so-called distinguished representative representing the South Carolina Congressional 6th District, right? Let me ask you something there, Mr. Jim Clyburn, right? Not being one, this from a real black man to a buck dancing sellout. Let me ask you, right? After you and your legion of bootlicks, right? Because yes, there are a legion of bootlicks in the Democratic Party. So when you and your legion of bootlicks get done singing some song about lifting every voice and sing, right? Is one of y'all gonna lift your finger to help black people that's struggling right now? Huh? I just want to ask y'all want to sit there and lift every voice and sing, but when y'all get done singing that, as soon as the cameras get turned off and all that, are y'all going to lift a finger to help the people out there that's actually struggling? Because if you're not going to lift your finger to help the people out there that's struggling, right, through reparations, through affordable and advanced health care, then shut the fuck up. I don't hear no goddamn singing coming from none of your fucking dirty ass shit infested mouths. That's you, that's Ben Carson, or goddamn Benjamin Crump, or Al Sharpton, or Jesse Jackson, or anybody you fucking ass wipes and bootlegs and buck dancing butt broken sellouts out there that call yourself trying to say, I don't hear no fucking song. I want to see some action being taken. I want to see some goddamn bill for reparations that's dried up on some ink on a piece of paper going to the House for a fucking vote. And I don't see none of you guys with this insincere kente cloths running around y'all goddamn neck. What's up, Daz? Yeah, Roller Martin ass too. That motherfucker too. Fuck that. Ain't nobody trying to hear no goddamn song. We want to see some action being taken. When we sitting up here protesting for months after the killing of George Floyd, y'all think we just doing that just to do that? Hey, you know, we're so bored that we're going to get out the house and we're going to rampage through D.C. to defund the police, right? You saw what they did last week. Motherfuckers running through. I hope they took all your bourbon. Hell, I hope they took that motherfucker and ate, drank, and beat Mary up in that motherfucker. You mean to tell me, after all that was going on, everything that happened over the last several months, the thing you want to come up with is lifting every voice and saying, hey, let's make this Negro song the song alongside the national anthem. I'll tell y'all this, man. South Carolina has the worst representation in the country. Whether it be Jim Clyburn, whether it be goddamn on Tim Scott, whether it be goddamn on, what's that motherfucking name? Lindsey Graham, Nikki Haley. I mean, these are some of the worst politicians representing South Carolina. No, they didn't sing no song today, Daz. He's putting it on the House floor for a vote. Shout to my boy TJ in the building, man. TJ know what I'm talking about, man. You know what I'm saying? He know what I'm talking about. We got some of the worst representation up in D.C. in the country, man. And they wonder why South Carolina's like dead last in goddamn education. When you got these dumbasses representing us, no way we're going to get our education right. And yes, Jim Clyburn, you are a dumbass. You think just because you hold some annual fish fry that give you some kind of clout? Huh? You think just because you hold a fish fry where someone can get 2 pieces of whiting and some goddamn sweet potato fries with a side of coleslaw, that's going to be enough to, you know, keep the fucking noise down, right? So let me ask y'all something, right? When was you going to sing this song? Right? This so-called Black National Anthem, right? You will sing that during your annual fish fry? That's when you can sing that song? Huh? Or maybe you and Al Sharpton and your other legion of bootlegs gonna come together on Joe Biden's day, which is a week from Wednesday, right? January 20th. Maybe during the inauguration, you and your legion of bootlegs will sing Lift Every Voice and Sing, right? Oh, when they put down the House floor, he hadn't put down the House floor yet. Daz, that's coming. He said he's going to do that soon. He's going to do that after Joe Biden takes office. Daz, what's up, Jeffrey Weaver? What's going on, man? This is ridiculous, man. We got people out here starving, struggling, and the best you want to do is, you know, the fact that I had to regurgitate that out of my mouth. Right? I need to go soak my mouth in Listerine afterwards because I can't believe that this dude had the nerve to sit down there with that South Carolina State Bulldogs hat on top of his fucking head and regurgitate that fecal matter. What the fuck does singing a song is supposed to do? That's right. That's worse than me getting $600. Yeah, what the fuck is that going to do? I'm trying to figure that out. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck does singing a song is supposed to do. Huh? Is that going to get me a PlayStation 5? No. Is that going to get me some chicken from Publix? No. Will that put gas in my car? No. Hell, if I were to walk up to a random girl and sing that song to her, is that gonna get her? That's gonna get her. Is that gonna get her phone number? No. I say, hey, you know, you look very good. I want to sing to you. Lift every voice. Hey. Get the fuck out of here. That's a goddamn slap in the face, man. Straight up. Straight up. Now, I noticed when Joe Biden was dressing out all them legion of bootlegs right there and during that Zoom meeting a few weeks back, right? When Joe Biden was dressing all their asses down, where the fuck was you at going to bat for them? Huh? You ain't got stroke like that. You try to prop up that chocolate Michelin man and Jamie, oh no, not Jamie, Jaime Harrison, right? You try to prop that Bama up. That Bama couldn't beat Lady G. He couldn't beat Lindsey Graham despite the fact that he outraised them 2-1 in campaign donations. And he couldn't beat Lindsey Graham in the goddamn election. So do you really got stroke like that? You ain't got no stroke like that. Because if you had a stroke like that, it'll be Jaime Harrison sitting in that seat and not Lindsey Graham. Come on now. The fuck lifting every voice to sing is going to do? Right? What's that going to do? That's like if you're in a bad relationship, yeah, y'all might have sex and the sex might be dynamite. But after she gets her orgasm and you get your orgasm, whether it be in the back of her hair, inside of her, on the side of the fucking pillow, wherever, right? As soon as y'all get done with your orgasm, guess what? The problem is still there. Yeah, I'm right there with you, Daz. I don't even talk football on my channel, bro. I don't talk football. For what? Them niggas are sellouts. All of them. Because all them dudes should have stood up for Kaepernick when it was a popular. The only dude that stood up for Kaepernick was Eric Reed. Everybody else, man, I'm trying to get my check, man. I got to feed my family. Man, this is about football. Right? Yeah, I don't know when, I'm just turned off by football, man. Straight up, man. I'm turned off. But that's why you don't hear me talk about it on my channel. You hear me talk baseball, you hear me talk basketball, or whatever like that. But one sport I don't talk is football. I don't. I rarely talk about it. I might talk about god dang on what's his face? Dwayne Haskins. Now, if you talk about somebody that preferred titties over titles, Dwayne Haskins is the prime example of somebody who preferred titties over titles. But anyway, that's enough about that. And Roger Goodell, you're disingenuous. You're a disingenuous motherfucker. That's all I'm going to say about that. Because you ain't even so much as apologize to goddamn Colin Kaepernick. You didn't even have enough manhood to apologize to Colin Kaepernick when Colin Kaepernick was right. When there are two different Americas around here. You got a channel? Hey, everybody, make sure you subscribe to TJ Sports. Hey, I'm gonna subscribe to your channel, homie. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna support you, man. You know what I'm saying? Keep I know you're gonna do good. I know you're gonna do really well. So I'm definitely gonna subscribe to your channel, man. Armed protests could be on the 17th, and guess where I'm not gonna be at? That's right. I'm not going. Hey, look, I'm tell you right now. Anybody that watching this video, that's going to watch this video, whatever like that, you in the Washington D.C. area, under no circumstances are you to go to Washington D.C. Okay? What's up, Maximus Royalty? Salute to you, man. Salute the MMA champ in the building. For real, man. Straight up. Hey, whatever you do, don't go to D.C. All right? Keep your ass away from D.C. All right? I know I'm a practice what I preach. I will not be going out there under no circumstances at all. Fuck that. Hey, So, Jim Clyburn, when when all those people stormed the Capitol building, right, and you was on the fringe of death, right? You mean to tell me while you was on the fringe of death, the one thing you came up with is lift every voice and sing. I'm still trying to wrap my head around you cooking up a bill to sing a fucking song. Huh? I'm still trying to wrap my head around that logic. Yeah, I live an hour outside DC. You gotta explain that. You gotta explain that to the general public, there, Mr. Jim Clyburn. You want us to sing a song, right? You want us to sing a song. You don't want us to get reparations. You don't want black people to get health care, right? You don't want black people to be able to get the things necessary so that way they can get out whatever situation they're in. No, you want to put out a goddamn song to sing to sing alongside the national anthem. You got to be kidding me, man! Look, I still can't wrap my head around that. I can't. I can't. Mm-mm-mm. I tell you, man. I'm gonna move on to another topic, right? I don't talk about one thing I want to talk about too is you Trump supporters getting arrested. Now, y'all think, right? Because I mean, I know I talked about it Friday, right? But you know, it's worth repeating again, right? You Trump supporters really thought y'all was gonna get away with this shit, huh? Y'all really thought y'all was gonna get away with this? You didn't think that the FBI had all this technology available the way it can identify you, where you live at, who you associate with, right? Now, it also helped that, you know, you had one instance where the ex-wife of a so-called patriot turned them in, right? And then you had a teenager turn in her own family because the family made her as an outcast for attending a Black Lives Matter protest, right? Y'all really think y'all was gonna get away with this shit? All you Bammers that call yourself storming the Capitol, y'all really thought y'all was gonna get away with that? Huh? You really thought that you weren't going to get caught? Man, I'm telling you, man, this thing has a domino effect like you've never seen a domino effect before. If you was out there protesting and storming the Capitol and call yourself stealing lecterns and going to the Senate chambers unannounced and all that, literally hanging off the goddamn building, right? Climbing up that shit like y'all auditioning for American Ninja Warrior. Yeah, you seen people got put on no-fly list. There was you had the dude got kicked off the plane. It was like they called me a terrorist. Woo, woo. Mm-mm-mm. That was some funny ass shit, right? So let me get this straight, right? You guys thought that y'all was gonna go home and everything was gonna be merry and y'all and nobody was gonna identify you. You weren't gonna get found out. Well, guess what? God damn it, the joke's on you. Cause like 28 people so far has gotten arrested for this shit. And yeah, they come and do live streams, right? If you had a Parler account, right? Yeah, they probably gonna be combing through that shit. If you got a Twitter account, if you got some backdoor fucking, you know, VPN that you tried to do communicate shit with, well, guess what? You about to get found out. Line them up. Line them up. Line them up. That's right. All you motherfuckers that call yourself being patriots and shit, Well, let's see how patriotic when you are when you sitting in a 6x9 saddle and an orange jumpsuit. Yeah, let's see how patriotic you are then. Is Donald Trump going to help you? Huh? Is Giuliani going to help you? What about his stupid ass son-in-law? Not son-in-law. Well, yeah, Jared Kushner, he's a jackass too, right? His stupid ass son-in-law going to help you? What about his even dumber biological son and Trump Jr.? Huh? He gonna help you? Chances are them motherfucking Bammers ain't gonna help you, right? Now notice all those people, right, that was standing up in that podium on that day, talking all that shit, right? They was behind security, they was behind barriers, they had all this protection around them, right? They wouldn't take their, so let me get this straight. They talk all that shit, but yet they ain't even took their asses out there. You guys took y'all asses out there, and y'all the ones that's gonna get the brunt of the blame. You guys are the ones that's gonna get in trouble. Right? Right? So you willing to put your livelihood, right? You was willing to put your career, you was willing to put your whole identity on the line for a dude who wouldn't even spit in your direction. I tell you, some of you guys support Trump, but don't even support your own family. But you support a guy, you will die for a guy that wouldn't even spit in your direction. He don't know you, don't care about you, and he sure as hell ain't calling himself lifting his finger to help you. Then the people, there was ex-police officers, current police officers, current military members, former military members that was in that crowd. And you thought that they weren't going to identify you. You thought that they got retina scan. They can identify you through retina scan, biometrics, DNA, right? And the most tried and true method. Through all this technology, the most tried and true method of getting information is through other people. That's right. We could look up all the information you want on the internet, right? We could use biometrics, retina scans, facial expressions, all that, right? But the one thing that is tried and true is somebody's ex-wife calling up the cops and telling them, yes, my ex-husband of 18 years was in that crowd. Go get him. Woo, woo, woo. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. You guys tell me what y'all think about this, man. Jim Clyburn, step it up, you coon ass motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody trying to listen to no goddamn song. For real. Put that pen to better use. You got all these $2,000 pens sitting in your goddamn desk, and the only thing you can think about is singing some goddamn song, putting a goddamn song on the table. Really, dude? Really? Really? Jim Clyburn, if you don't get the fuck out of here with that, shout out to John Howard in the building, man. Appreciate you for being up in here tonight. That dude really thought lifting every voice and sing was good. Man, get the fuck out of here, Jim Clyburn. Man, if I had a foot that could stretch from here to DC, I'll put in the crack of your ass singing that dumbass for that dumbass shit. Straight up, man. But I'm getting up out of here, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm hungry as fuck. I gotta give me something to eat. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? I ain't gotta go nowhere. I got all the time in the world to kill. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I put a link in the chat if you want to come in. You want to tell me what you think about goddamn Jim Clyburn and his lifting every voice and sing, and how that impacts you or whatever like that. Then feel free to. Do 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 do. Oh, while we at it, now that I thought about it, right? Jim Clyburn. Yeah, we got a question up for you, Jim Clyburn, right? So you got a protege in this dude by the name of Cedric Richmond. Now, if you don't know who Cedric Richmond is, he is a representative of Louisiana. Now, he was appointed by Joe Biden to be in Joe Biden administration. All right. Now, look. Look, you caught COVID-19 and all that, you know what I'm saying? Look, I ain't trying to wish bad on you, all right? Let's be honest about you. And, you know, I know you could be the senior advisor to Joe Biden. Okay, I get all that, right? So let me ask you a question, Mr. Jim Clyburn. So when is your little protege, Cedric Richmond, going to play that video from Ice Cube? Because you think we forgot about that shit? You really think we forgot about that? Huh? You think we forgot? Motherfucker, we ain't forgot. And Cedric Richmond told Ice Cube when Ice Cube was trying to offer the contract for Black America. Huh? You alleged not you, but your protege allegedly told Ice Cube to wait till after the election is over, and then we could talk about the contract for Black America. Well, goddamn it, the election's over with. Joe Biden will be president. So where the fuck is Cedric Richmond at talking to Ice Cube? Or was that a whole bunch of lip service? Huh? Huh? Back in October, Louisiana Congressman Cedric Richmond. Now he playing now he trying to call Ice Cube a liar, right? He's denying the claim by Ice Cube that he was told by Joe Biden's campaign to wait after the election was over to make his demands for the Black community. The rapper, whose real name is tried to get a meeting with both presidential campaigns to discuss his contract for Black America, a set of laws and actions to ensure the future success of Black Americans that Ice Cube wants political campaigns to agree to before receiving Black support. Trump's advisor, Jared Kushner, right, motherfucker I wanted to drop kick, met with Jackson to discuss his plan and added some of Jackson's demands to President Trump's platinum plan, right? Well, there was nothing platinum but Donald Trump's plan, all right? That was nothing but a whole bunch of goddamn empty fortune cookie promises. However, Jackson received significant backlash for meeting with a Trump campaign member, but Jackson ended up defending his actions on Twitter. He went on his official Twitter account back in October and put out the contract for Black America. Both parties contacted him. Them said they'll wait till after the election. Trump campaign made some adjustments to their plan after talking to Ice Cube about the situation. Now, Cedric Richmond called Ice Cube a liar. Now, he went on Yahoo Finance, the Joe Madison show, and flat out denied that the campaign told Jackson that it would get back to him after the election. And you saw how all those bootlegs went on that panel on MSNBC, headed up by Tiffany Cross, and they all attacked Ice Cube for putting out the contract for Black America. They attacked him. Nobody on that panel called themselves trying to defend Ice Cube, right? See, white supremacists ain't gonna go out there and attack you, right? At least not in the media they won't. What they'll do is they'll run at their little bootlegs and they have the bootlegs attack you. The bootlegs will do their dirty work. And that's what you saw from Tiffany Cross and 5 other fucking minions on that day. A whole bunch of yahoos that I know nothing about. They probably graduated from some HBCU or some shit, magna cum laude, and yet, just because they're on TV, they think they got legitimacy. Well, goddamn it, I'm here to tell you, they ain't got no goddamn legitimacy in my book. They ain't got no goddamn legitimacy. For what? For what? Tiffany Cross, you couldn't even check none of these banners. But we know where you get your daily bread from, so I don't expect you to do such thing. Shout out to the Queen Unique Dawn in the building. So Cedric Richmond is calling Ice Cube a liar, and Cedric Richmond ain't so much as once revisit this issue. The election's over with Cedric Richmond. You told Ice Cube that you have to wait till the election was over so we can talk about this contract for Black America. Well, goddamn it, the election's over with now. Where the fuck are you at talking to Ice Cube? What you doing? You getting ready for the inauguration? Huh? So we gotta wait till the inauguration's over with, and you have the inauguration ball, and you have all this other Parkham Circus stands, and all this other bullshit before we can sit down and talk about the contract for Black America, right? That what you trying to say? Oh, maybe we gotta wait until 2 years down the line when the Democrats are up for re-election, right? Because a lot of these guys are up for re-election in the Senate and in the House. So we gotta wait till after that's over with before we get to talk about the contract for Black America, right? Well, maybe, or just maybe, we gotta wait 2 more years. We gotta wait till 2024 because Joe Biden, right? Well, I don't expect Joe Biden to make one term, right? I don't expect him to do only one term. The motherfucker's 78 years old, and as far as I'm concerned, this motherfucker is like closer to the afterlife than he is in his full life, right? So we're gonna have Camel Toe Harris on the ballot, right? That's what we're gonna have. We're gonna have Camel Toe. Ooh, it's Camel Toe. She's gonna be on the ballot, right? So we gotta do everything we can to protect the presidency, the House of Representatives, and the Senate. So you guys just go keep on moving the goalposts, right? And you have Jim Clyburn calling himself putting out a bill to have a song for the Black community as equal as the national anthem. But nothing about reparations, nothing about health care, right? Nothing about medical health care, and nothing about reparations. But yet, Jim Clyburn wanted to sit there and put out a fucking song. And then when Ice Cube tried to, put something up for the Black community, you got these bootlicks out here attacking them, and then you got these politicians out here delaying it. So what the fuck are y'all doing? All right. As I digress, right? Because, I don't want to call myself, blowing up and getting all bent out of shape, right? This is why I don't vote, okay? I don't vote because none of these Bammers deserve my goddamn vote. Because they do nothing for you. I'm going to take that back. They do nothing for your benefit. They do everything else to your detriment. And yet, when it comes time to go out there and get reelected, now all of a sudden now they want to revise history. They want to be up in your face talking about, if you vote for me, I'm going to do this, that, and the third, right? But yet nobody, well, I won't say nobody, right? Because that's going a little bit extreme. You have a few people out there that will call these Bammers out. They'll probably say, hey, you've been, holding this position for, X, Y, and Z long, right? Why haven't you been doing this, that, and the third? Why all of a sudden now you're up for re-election and all of a sudden now you want to come up with this shit? Really? Really? The fuck out of here. The fuck out of here. This your boy. Scream at me. Hey!